Oh man. Well, what a weekend that was. So, this weekend was pretty insane for the top 25, I'm going to be honest. And unfortunately, it was pretty insane for my Longhorns. But the night did progressively get better. Um, except one team I didn't want to lose. Well, one team I did want to lose didn't lose, unfortunately. But that's besides the point. Anyway, I'm gonna get into the top 25 for the losses, and we'll just go over the post game kind of everything here, talk about it, and then see who the new top 25 are. All right, here we go. All right, starting things off, we have number 25 Miami at home against Middle Tennessee, and it was kind of a spectacle. Oh my gosh, I can't talk. Sorry. It was kind of a spectacle. This game literally was a little bit insane. The cutting, you see here, the quarterback went off. He had a 98-yard touchdown pass, and Miami did come back with another one, but still, I mean, that score is just 45-31. When you're Miami, you can't lose to Middle Tennessee like that. Dude, this guy, and one of the receivers, which is why I'm pulling them up here. Look at that right there, dude. He just went off. I mean, 169 yards, 2 receptions for 100. I mean, like, come on, these are literally insane numbers here. But you know, good numbers overall for him. But really, the star of this game was obviously Chase Cunningham with his 408 yards and 3 tutties. So pretty nice there. Number 24, Pitt against Rhode Island. I'm not really surprised about this at all. I think this was the Taysom Hill. Yeah, no, I mean, I thought he would do a little, throw a little bit more than he did, to be honest. 223, is nice, but, not really what you're looking for in college, I guess, right? Because nowadays, I mean, those numbers are ramped up, but I thought he would do a lot more. He's kind of a veteran, I guess, in a way now, but it's Pitt. They got it done there. I'm not technically I have to talk about 23, but we can talk about that later because it's probably up here. Yeah, well. So we'll just talk about this game, all right? We'll just okay, well, whatever. Anyway, number 22, Texas at Texas Tech. This game, oh my god, my heart hurt watching this game. Bijan fumbled in OT, and that wasn't what killed the game, though. They just gashed the defense really well. Their quarterback threw 56 times. I mean, when you have a quarterback throwing 56 times, you can't have that happen. We just had to bring more pressure, more everything. He did too well for what Texas is capable of. I know we're capable of way more than that. It's just our biggest problem. It was, I hate to say it, but it was quarterback, all right? And it wasn't Bijan's fault whatsoever. Come on. He balled off 2 tutties, 101 yards, 6.3. He did great. He did everything he's supposed to do. Roshan did everything he was supposed to do. I mean, I know these numbers don't look it, but he did do well. I was watching the game. He played well. Keelan did not get enough touches whatsoever. He's way better on the edge, and they weren't, they're fast up front, and that's where they were beating us in our interior because Jake Majors isn't that good, unfortunately, and what really killed us was in the interior running, and when we were out to the outside, I mean, Bijan would go to the outside, and we would get it, and we were good, and then Hudson Card just wasn't throwing that well today, or that day, the other day, I should say. Gosh. Anyway. Yeah. Texas Tech won, so. Now, we're going to jump around here, like I said, with the other one, just because, 22 Texas, and because everybody who's 21 and 20, they're all playing other people, so we'll get into that later. But BYU kind of soundly beat Wyoming here, 38-24. The quarterback is pretty solid. I mean, 4 tutties, 337 yards. That's a great game for Jaren Hall. I mean, you can see up here, he's one of his highlights. He played pretty damn well, as you expect to against Wyoming. BYU's been on the come up. You know, they've been, like I said, they've been played kind of by 13, 20-ish areas. So, yeah. Now this one I wasn't surprised at all. Penix, I think he is the real deal. You know, he's progressed a little bit. He's older now. He's a junior, or not junior. What am I talking about? What's his name? I think he's a senior actually. No, he is a junior. That's what I thought. Okay. But he is a junior because I remember watching him on Indiana. He played well there, but he was young, so that's why I was like, okay, he can progress in something, and they soundly did it there against Stanford, which is not surprising. This game, let me just tell you right now, I was watching this game. Baylor got so many calls for them. The Big 12 refs suck. All right, Big 12, and even for this game, even for Texas and Texas Tech, the Big 12 refs were terrible. Baylor was plagued by penalties, or not plagued. Iowa State was plagued by penalties, and Baylor had penalties in their favor, which is why it kind of surprised me that Iowa State lost, because they were favored, and fortunately Baylor just pulled it through. Ole Miss, Ole Miss kind of handled things well with Tulsa. I saw for a minute there they weren't doing too well. I think they were losing at one point, if I'm not wrong. Jackson Dart, 154 yards, 2 touchdowns, 13 for 24 is not too bad, but the running game was really what dominated that day. So that was pretty good. Bo Nix, oh my gosh, talk about going from people saying he's nothing to he did great here. 428 with 3 touchdowns, and they came back. I believe they were down by, you can even see it right here, 29-34. That was just insane, man. This game was crazy. The fact that they came back and won, I thought Washington State was going to beat them. I called for Washington State to beat them too, and that was just props to Bo Nix. That was just a great game played by him. Moving on to 14, Penn State, Central Michigan. This was just straight up. Penn State just kind of slapped Central. The quarterback was not on target, really, for Central. And sorry, Central fans. And the one Central fan I know who's out there. I'm sorry about that. I know somebody who goes there, so unfortunate. The Utes played so damn well. With Herm Edwards out, it was not looking good for the man. For the four poor little Sun Devils there. They played unfortunately really bad. Just because they don't have a coach to really tell them what's up. Elijah Badger here, he had 76 yards. That was pretty. I thought he was a pretty standout though. That's why I'm putting him out here for the Sun Devils. He didn't do too bad. That's why you see the play he had over here. He had a little reverse that got him 22 yards. So that was good for them. But Utah's not 13 for a reason. They beat Arizona State soundly. And here's another team that I think is actually legit. NC State. NC State is, they are good. I think they are like top 5 good. I think they are, and I think they can be. Let's see their games. They beat Texas Tech 27-14 pretty soundly. They've killed everybody, except this one was a little bit of a weird game for them, as you can see here, their numbers. But that's the first game of the season, so give them a little bit of the doubt. And then they're going. Then UConn, just boom, boom, boom. So I believe next week we'll see their first challenge. We'll see up here in a minute, I believe. But for so far, NC State looking good. Tennessee and Florida. This game was back and forth. It was entertaining. Oh my gosh. Richardson did great. I thought Anthony Richardson was going to do good, and he played phenomenal. I love the way he played, except for that pick he threw. It was unfortunate. He threw one pick, I believe, yeah. So, he played great. He has such a high potential. He's a sophomore, once he becomes junior. I think he's the type of guy who can stay till he's senior. He sounds like he might be just I feel like he embodies Florida right now. He was good, but Tennessee just edged them out, unfortunately for them. All right, moving on to this game, which I hoped would just somehow end in 2 losses, but it couldn't. College football has to end in one way or the other. I was so sad for Arkansas's kicker. Oh my gosh, he just this so close. He at the top of the upright, and I was like, oh, go Arkansas, because I mean, I hate both teams, but I would rather see Arkansas win. I hate Texas A&M. I'm sorry, but Texas A&M played a pretty solid game and had a nice, nasty, just scoop and score after KJ Jefferson was that really bad attempt that he had. I don't know why he jumped and then he just missed. You didn't need a jump there. It was kind of a odd decision by him. But Texas A&M capitalized on it, grabbed the ball, and just that handoff back over to that little fumble back to his teammate. Oh my God, that was beautiful. I'm gonna see if I can get that highlight. I mean, I gotta give A&M props because that was fun. That felt like backyard football. I mean, where is it at here? I think it's probably this one. Yeah, one of the wildest touchdowns of the season. Ain't gonna really play it much. Just want to show some clips. I mean, look right there. That was something else. Oh man. All right. And then I think here we go. Moving on to number 8, Kentucky and Northern Illinois. This game, it was a lot closer than I thought it was gonna be. Will Levis still threw pretty great, 4 touchdowns. So I'm not surprised. I think he's legit as well. Like I said earlier in my last video. So 303. That's pretty nice. I mean, yeah, the 40-yard bomb here, as you see, another 70-yard bomb, 69-yard TD. I mean, he just played pretty damn good. So has a really high potential, and I think he could be in there for that Heisman talk a lot of people are talking about. Now this game was very, very, very close to being not what I predicted, and I was actually very happy. I thought USC would slap and smoke them. Very good, just a game that was nothing like this, but they just barely edged it out. Unfortunately for Oregon State, that little slimmer of hope. USC had that late straight to Addison. I know that was a nice pass to him too. It was just clean. It was crisp. Get it right here. It was just a nice pass. I mean, just to end the game just like that, essentially with like a minute left. Caleb Williams came in clutch there, and they edged it out. Oh, man, this game was electric. I'm sorry. I was so happy, too. This is what... See, I had a terrible night with this. I was so upset. And then I was like, slimmer of hope. Oh, please. But Texas A&M slivered that one out. This game just felt good. Oh my gosh. Martinez, man, that Nebraska transfer just went off on the ground against Oklahoma. Gosh, I loved watching that late. This 3rd and 16, this play right here, I want to show in particular. I was just like, oh, yes. I was sitting down on the couch watching it, and I was like, this is literally the best feeling ever. I was like, yes, I'm sorry, Oklahoma fans. I know you hate me. I hate you. No, I don't hate you. I have respect for you, okay? I do have respect for you. I won't lie. But that was an insane game. And it's always K-State to beat Oklahoma. They always have a loss to K-State, and it's so surprising. I don't know why. But K-State just kind of outmuscled them there. I was so surprised, which is awesome for them. So congrats to K-State. Now number 5 against 21 Wake Forest. So Clemson, I was saying earlier, Clemson just... I don't think they're that good. I don't think Ungalau's that good. Personally, I'd rather see this man get... Oh, there he is, damn it. I'd rather see Klubnik get a start. I know he's only had, like, a couple plays, but even though he's younger, just wait. I mean, look at that dime when he played Louisiana Tech a couple of weeks ago. That was a dime. Klubnik, I literally have seen this kid play since, like, high school. I watched their state championship game. He is insane. I mean, not just their multiple state championship games with Klubnik. I want him so bad to go to Texas. I mean, I like Ewers, and then Ewers, graduated early, went to Ohio State, then came back to Texas, and I would have loved to see Klubnik on Texas, but good for him to go into Clemson, because I cannot wait to see Klubnik play. I know I'm talking so much about Klubnik, but Ungalau, I mean, I just personally think I don't know. I just think, I mean, this is okay. In their defense, this is a defensive game. You got to win this on your defense. I don't know how well Brian Brees played. Ironically enough, I graduated in the same class as Brian Brees, so that's why I like talking about him. Let's see. I want to see what his stats were for this game, if I can find him. So, all right, cool. I know he's supposed to be one of their better ones. He had 2 tackles though, so that's why I was a little bit surprised by him. He's really dominant in high school, but he just hasn't really done much. So I mean, Clemson's got to tighten up their defense a little bit. Ungala played all right. I'd like to see a little bit more from Ungala. 26 for 41. He's got to get a little bit better with some of those passes, but Clemson still won pretty soundly. Now, Michigan and Maryland, oh my gosh, this game was pretty crazy. J.J. McCarthy, I was surprised by the score. Personally, I thought this was going to be like 40-20, but J.J. McCarthy still played great. I mean, 18 for 26. He's a run guy too, so this is why he did pretty damn good. And then that opening kickoff too. That's kind of what set up this whole game. I mean, he's fast, he's lean, he's quick. So I'm glad they're going with him instead of McNamara. So good for JJ. Good win for the Wolverines there. Oh, moving on to number 3 and that ice game with Marvin Harris wearing those Louis Vuitton cleats and that Apple Watch. That was pretty sweet. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I'm not a big Ohio State fan, but that was pretty fun to watch with him wearing all that on. That was sick. They just destroyed Wisconsin. It was not even close. So I mean, they were looking to keep going like this. So I'm not surprised by them. Number 2, Alabama, same thing. They looked great. They looked like they've improved just from the past couple games. I mean, when they played us, they've looked way better this week than anything else. I mean, holding Vanderbilt to 3, that's fantastic for Bama. Bad look for Georgia here too, because I mean that's why I'm talking pretty quick about Bama, because they just destroyed them. It was nothing really much to talk about. But bad look for Georgia. I thought Georgia wouldn't play. I thought Georgia was going to destroy Kent State, but 39 points is a little bit surprising for Georgia. Brock Bowers. He's that man. I'm not going to lie. He's that guy. He's fantastic. He's honestly going to be, I think he might be a top 10 pick. He's just been playing out of his mind. So that's really it for the top 2 there. Nothing really is just going to change for these top 4 teams. These top 5 teams, I should say. But everything else is always subject. So we're looking into that right now. So boom. This is from last week, as you see here, all the changes. We'll flip it over to week 5. All right. No. Boom. All right. Start with 25. K-State, obviously, that big W from Oklahoma. Pitt stayed the same. Not surprised. Wasn't too great. It was good. It was good. Florida State. Ooh, okay. Florida State getting in there now. All right, so the Seminoles 4-0. That's kind of fantastic for them. Wake Forest went down but I'm surprised that they didn't go. Actually, kind of surprised they didn't go up. I thought they would, just like kind of how we did Texas when we played Bama. They went to OT, so that was fantastic for them. Minnesota, their running back is coming back in full force, and he looks exactly as good as he did last year. So I'm happy for Minnesota, actually. Good for them. A&M oh wow, A&M in Arkansas. Looks like Arkansas just switched places with A&M. I'm not surprised that's how much they went down. BYU staying the same. Oklahoma, yeah, that makes sense. Going down 12. A&M going up 6. I thought they would have gone up a little more than Baylor, to be honest with you, but okay. Well, probably because Appalachian State and they lost to BYU, so. Yes, they did. Washington, man, Washington's on the rise. Penix, I'm telling you. Lane Kiffin in the Ole Miss there, up 2. Oregon up 2. Utah up 1. Penn State up 3. NC State up 2. OK State staying the same just because they didn't play. Tennessee up 3. Kentucky up 1. USC up 1. And then boom. All right. Well, that's about what we saw there. And let's see here. We're probably way the hell down there. Yeah, there they are. Well, that was the kind of the post of week 4. So looking to get into week 5 later here. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace out.